When you spawn as a Sakrina, there is more than one NPC to give you quests. You have up to 6 to choose from, each specialising in a different aspect. Do note that one NPC will give you one quest once every 6 hours, so you can do up to 6 quests per 6 hours in effect. Something useful to do if you need to drive somewhere is to stop at the quarry and fire any enemies you see to get a little extra cash on the side. Additionally, once your quest is complete, if you are left in the middle of nowhere, it's easiest to clear the nearest location and get as many profitable items as possible, such as intel and hostages. Try to get enemies bunched up and rushing you if you lose stealth. Then, collect intel, get 2 hostages, and return to the airbase to deliver. This can net you anywhere in excess of 1,500 per run, factoring in kills, quest completion, intel, and hostages. I was using my alt account as an example here. I was quickly able to turn a meager 150 credits into a large enough profit to purchase a silencer from M16A4, some minor customization assets, and a pair of cheap night vision goggles. In the early game, it is better to buy practical equipment at its cheapest, so don't fork out lots of money to buy an expensive silencer if there is a cheaper one to do the same job. Now, this video is primarily about quests, so I've compiled a short list explaining each of the quest NPCs and how they interact with the player. Quill can be found at the UN Supply Distribution Centre at a green tent located near the docks. He is a member of the British contingent of Platinum 5. He oversees logistical operations in Sakrina City, distributing supplies to both civilian and military personnel. His quests are often the easiest as he gives one type of quest: collect and deliver. Captain Nathaniel Graham can be found with his team at the docks near the UN Supply Distribution Centre on the docks. Tan tents and a cougar are near him, and Graham himself is standing next to a station. Graham is part of the American force on Monograd, or to put it better, as we say, is a Yank. Graham has a wide variety of quests that all suit his role as a recon expert. He might have you climbing a mountain to establish a weather node, or retrieving a weather balloon that has come down after a mission. Graham also has a wide variety of rewards available to the player. Corporal Sidney Nguyen is a telecom officer with the Australian Forces. He is found near the northern outpost in Sakrina near Quarry. He will give you 3 types of quests: delivery, reconnaissance, and direct action. His quests are, among the community, arguably the most challenging. As far as unlockables go, Nguyen has 2, an Australian chest streak and the ANPEC 15A laser module. His unlockables are contests with the next NPCs for second best behind Graham. Lieutenant Leo Fedorov is a part of the Russian Civil Affairs Liaison on Volgograd. He can be found near the coffee shop close to the lighthouse. He gives you quests that are mostly focused on maintaining a good relationship with civilians. He gives you many rewards for completing enough quests, including the only firearm to be unlocked via quests to date, the Groza. He also gives you a multitude of Russian-made equipment such as laser modules and torches. Petro Yavorsky is an RLF defector who now helps the UN forces. He gives no rewards, exclusively cash and XP. A former lieutenant in the RLF, Petro deserted to keep his family safe and now seeks refuge in Sakrina. He gives quests that are centered around helping defectors and their families and destabilizing the RLF. One of his quests also led to the community making some very funny videos. Isabel Severov is an innkeeper in Sakrina near the center of the town. She gives you quests such as collecting payment and delivering goods. To me, her character seems shady, but others think she's a normal innkeeper. Like Petro, she doesn't give any rewards for completing her quests besides cash and XP. Most people skip her for one reason or another, most because her quests are seen as too different and boring to do. That does it for NPCs. They're all found in Sakrina and their quests are all different from one another. Quests brought a new light to the game and made grinding much easier and different. As I mentioned earlier, through doing quests and gathering intel/hostages, I was able to fully equip myself for the long road in a short span of time, so it should be no problem to new players to get what they need in just a day of playing. Go forth, grind quests, and enjoy BRM5 for now.